Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag. I don't make no mistakes. I'm coming for mine, and there ain't no one taking my place. Listen, I've taken some L's. Yeah, that means I lived and I learned. Now I got some money to burn. Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag. I don't make no mistakes. I'm coming for mine, and there ain't no one taking my place. Listen, I've taken some L's. That means I lived and I learned. Now I got some money to burn. Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag. Slow the stars, what they calling now? I don't know what they talking about.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Giants Conversations. Giants Convo, I like to call it for short, as we talk about all things concerning the New York Giants here. And let's get it in, man. Hope everybody's doing well. It is very, very chilly out there. If you are in the northeast coast of the United States. So buckle up, bundle up, and sit back and enjoy the show today. As we get into some Giants conversation, of course, the playoffs will be later. You can check out the game over there at Big Pat Sports Talk channel. We'll be calling the game Bucks and Lions at 3 p.m. and Chiefs and Bills tonight, 6:30. That is going to be a good game for sure. But today, kind of want to get into a little bit of all-season talk, of course, where the Giants are right now in the off-season, and getting their coaching staff together. So the Giants did hire a running backs coach by the name of, what is his name? Joel Thomas, running backs coach, came over from the Saints. Giants also still working on searching for a new defensive coordinator. I know someone who I am pretty high on, Jerome Henderson, is being considered a candidate there. Of course, Jerome Henderson is the defensive back coach for the New York Giants, so he is in the mix for that position, as well as several others, but we'll get into that. And, of course, the old proverbial quarterback talk and quarterback debate. Should the Giants take one in the draft? Should they not? Yada, yada, yada. But I'm going to tell you and give you an unpopular opinion as what they should do with the quarterback situation. So stay tuned for that. But like I always like to do, man, what's good to the chat? What up to the chat? What up to the panel? Nobody on the panel right now except myself. But Jacob Petrucci, what's good? What up? What up, Jacob? What's good with you, man? Yeah, I think we should promote Jerome Henderson as well. First of all, he's a good coach. He's an excellent defensive back coach. Our DBs always seem to be coached up. No matter who we bring in, I remember them bringing in people off the street, off practice squads, coaching up 7th round picks, 6th round picks. So Jerome Henderson definitely gets it done back there. Guys like Adoree Jackson, formerly James Bradbury, have had career years under Jerome Henderson. He's worked under 2 defensive systems, of course, working with Wink Martindale and also Patrick Graham. So I think he can definitely, scheme up something. You know what I'm saying? Having the knowledge from several different schemes. And look, he's a Giant, man. He's been here. He's familiar with the players. The players seem to like him by all accounts. So why not give the guy a shot? It's not always, it doesn't always have to be the big name. Remember, we tried the big name with Wink Martindale. It didn't work out. Let's give somebody else a shot here. Mac, what's good, Mac? What up, Mac? Link is in the Big Blue Crew chat if anybody wants to join, or you could just sit here and kick it with me as I talk. I got a lot to get into. Want to get into some free agent talk. Also want to get into a little bit of draft talk as well. Jacob. Well, not really, but you got Wink Martindale out there, of course. Um, they said Leslie Frazier. He's a big name. The guy that got fired from Washington, Rivera. So I mean, there's some names out there. I know a lot of these guys are looking for head coach jobs. Mike Vrabel, guys like that. So there's still some names floating out there. The coaching carousel is still turning, if you may say. So we'll definitely have to monitor that as well. Jerome Henderson would be pretty cool. It would be good to have a guy who's familiar with the personnel. Exactly, Mac. That's what I'm saying. Have somebody that's familiar with the personnel. Have somebody in the building that is a giant. Give them a shot. The Giants been promoting from within before. They got away from that because, all the drama and everything that's happened to this team. But, the Giants used to be good at promoting from within in their organization. Don't let good coaches get out the building. Just because you fired Wink Martindale, it don't mean you have to let Jerome Henderson, Patterson, and some of these other coaches go. Why not just promote them? Maybe they can keep some type of continuity on the actual coaching staff. Maybe Jerome Henderson can work with Andre Patterson, and so on and so forth. So maybe they can, help each other out there. You don't have to get rid of everybody. You don't have to clean house here. Kafka's still up in the air as far as the offensive side of the football is concerned. But me, like a lot of other Giants fans, we believe that Brian Dable will eventually take over the play calling. So you're going to have some turnover on the defensive side of the ball. But if you can keep some continuity there, I think that would be great. And then, of course, on offense, you're going to have more than likely, I say Brian Dable calls the plays. Now, who's the OC? I don't know. I don't know if Kafka's comes back, if he gets a job, or if possibly they bring in a guy like Ken Dorsey or upgrade Shea Tierney. Shea Tierney, by the way, will be the offensive coordinator for the Senior Bowl. So he'll get some exposure there, I believe. So we'll see. We'll see what they do on offense. We'll see what they do in general here. Kafka, of course, interviewing for the Seahawks job. And it was one more job. I think he was the Titans. That's what it was. So and Kafka is also going to be the head coach for the East-West Shrine Bowl. So Mike Kafka also going to get some exposure here as well. So we'll see if these guys come back, man. But look, New York Giants fans, we got to build this team. What's good, Michael? What's good? Good morning to you, man. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. It's afternoon over here on the East Coast. So, but yeah. Now, here's what I want to do today. I want to look at some free agents, because remember, if you've been following along on this show, I've been going into some potential cuts on the Giants and also some potential restructures and whether we want to sign certain guys, trade them, or franchise tag them. So we've been kind of monitoring some of these things here. I know a lot of people saying move on from guys like Adoree Jackson. Tyrod Taylor was another cut. Roches, Breida, Shepard, of course. He's not going to be back. Certain guys like that. Certain guys you may want to consider trading or restructuring would be guys like Darren Waller, of course. And then you're going to have to make a decision on Saquon Barkley. By the way, go check out my video I did on Saquon Barkley as to what I think the Giants should, how the Giants should handle that situation. But yeah, you're gonna have to make a lot of decisions on these guys. But a lot of people keep talking about this draft as if they are just skipping over free agency. Well, we're not gonna do that here on Giants Conversation. We're going to dive into a little free agency talk. And please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, join in on the show, join in on the conversation, put your comments in the chat. I'll highlight them. I'll answer your questions best way I can. And let's have this conversation as we lead up to the pregame. This is the pregame show as we leading up to the big day's action in the NFL, of course, a little bit later. So let me get my share screen together. And we're going to look at some free agent rankings. All right. I think this is it. Yep. This is the one I'm looking for. All right, y'all. So, this is let me make sure this is good so people can see. Hopefully everybody can see this. If you have any issues, since there's nobody on the panel with me right now, just put it in the chat if my audio's off, because I know people been saying my mic's a little bit low. I'm working on getting some new equipment. Or if you're not able to see the screen and what I'm showing you. So help me out, guys, and let me know if everything is copacetic on your end, because I want you guys to see this, man. Because, people don't do stuff like this in the community. They just run, and don't nobody want to actually show you what it is and what it ain't. So we're going to try to do that here on Giants Convo. So this is the top 150 players set to enter free agency. I'm not going to go down this entire list, but what I'm going to do is, if you see here on the sidebar, it gives you the positions. So offensive tackle, guard, center, interior defensive lineman. So we're going to get into some of the positions, but I will go down like the first 20, top 20, and then we'll get into the position groups, okay? So number one, Chris Jones. I don't think there's any way Kansas City allows Chris Jones to hit free agency. I don't know. They saying it might happen because of his tag number, $33 million. But I mean, yeah, with Spags over there as the coordinator, he'll be back. They're gonna pay him. They're gonna have to. So they're gonna have to figure that out. So now I'm gonna focus on Chris Jones. Kirk Cousins. Look, Kirk Cousins is a decent quarterback. He's a good quarterback, actually. And if the Vikings were smart, they would try to re-sign him. I talked to some Vikings fans. They definitely said that they would be interested in signing Kirk Cousins. So, yeah, we're not going to focus on Kirk Cousins. It wouldn't make no sense to bring him in from a New York Giants standpoint anyway. No matter how you feel about Daniel Jones, he's going to command too much money. So here's where it gets interesting. Josh Allen, edge rusher, Jacksonville Jaguars. This is what I'm talking about right here. Allen backed up a strong 2020 with an extraordinary. This is PFF, by the way. Not the end all be all. It's just giving us a base for our for this exercise here. So Allen backed up strong 2022 with an extraordinary 2023, racking up career highs in quarterback pressures, 90, and sacks, 19. 90 pressures and 19 sacks for this dude, coupled with a 20.5% pass rush win rate that was amongst the best in the league. They got a comparison, Melvin Ingram. Here's his grades, pass rush grade, 89.4. True pass set rush grade, 91.4, 97.5 pass rush win rate, and a run defensive grade of 82.4. So good against the pass, good against the run. Again, This is one of those things where I'd be surprised if Jacksonville let him get out the door, but if so, he would be my number one target. He would be my number one target in free agency. Now, why is that? Because you have to upgrade this pass rush. You have to get in, especially if you're going to be moving on to a new defensive coordinator. You know, Wink likes to blitz. Maybe this new DC that comes in, whoever he is or she is, perhaps, maybe they decide to want to go back to a 4-3 and, you know, more have a 4D lineman on the line. You know what that means, right? So maybe you want to start to try to figure out ways to get pressure with just 4. And to do that, you need 2 at least competent. Now, Azeez Ojulari is okay. I get it. But he would be a rotational piece in this situation. And the way I'm trying to build out this roster is Azeez Ojulari would be a rotational piece. And if you can get somebody on the edge in free agency, you know, unless you want to use your top draft pick, and we can get into that later, but we're talking about free agency. If you want to go out and get you a dog of a pass rusher, I think Josh Allen is right up there with number one. And it's another one, too, I'm going to talk about here in a little bit. So let me sneak back into the comments. What's good? What's good? Ghost Dog. Yep. Salute, bro. Salute. Jared, what's up, Jared? How you doing, bro? Did you see the Giants and Bears are talking preliminary? What would it take to move up? Yeah, I mean, they're going to talk. You know what I'm saying? Every GM is going to do his due diligence. But at the end of the day, I think it's going to be too much. I think it's going to be too much, man. I don't think the Giants should do it. But we'll get into that a little bit later. Let's keep the focus here on free agency so we can see how this Giants team can improve before we jump the gun to the draft. So back to it. Josh Allen, that's my number one target, though. Y'all can put that down. T. Higgins. Now, T. Higgins is another interesting one here. It says injuries hampered the entire 23 season for T. Higgins, his second consecutive 1,000-yard season, receiving a grade above 75. A franchise tag already seemed likely heading into the season. With a little new data to impact the negations, either way, that seems inevitable. The field stretch and jump ball receivers should have the chance to bounce back along with the tired Bengals team. So, again, T. Higgins is going to cost you a lot of money. I was definitely on the hype train, if you want to say that, for trading for T. Higgins. But now that I've had a little time to think about it, I don't know if that's the right move. First of all, he's going to command a hell of a contract. And then again, there is the injury concerns. And how many times have the Giants went out and signed a big-time wide receiver free agent, or not even just wide receiver, just a pass-catching option, let's say it like that, because I'm including Darren Waller in this mix, and they get hurt or not live up to you know, the contract. You know, you can make, obviously, Kenny Golladay, and I'm going to take you all the way back to when the Giants signed Brandon Marshall back in the day. So it's, you know, Golden Tate was another one. Although I thought Golden Tate played decent here. He wasn't a total bust. But, yeah, you got things like this to think about when you're going out and you talking about going out and getting a number one wide receiver here. So maybe the draft is the place to go get one. Maybe that is a better option here, because it seems like when we do hit the draft, we do come out with better results. OBJ, Hakeem Nicks, you know, we can go on and on. Evan Ingram should have worked out, but whatever. So I think we'll have better results going into the draft with the wide receiver position, as opposed to maybe tackling it in free agency. So maybe the Giants look not at the top of the market, but a little bit, to the mid tier, or even the bargain deal for a wide receiver, because they definitely need wide receiver help. You only got 3 wide receivers under contract right now, which is Hyatt, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Darius Slayton. So you need to add to the position regardless. But I think I'm out on T. Higgins right now. All right. Here's another guy, Brian Burns. Brian Burns. This is somebody who a lot of Giants fans, especially Big Pat, I know he's been a big fan of Brian Burns getting possibly signing. And the way Brian Burns cannot seem to escape Carolina as the team turns down trade offers and consistently lose football games. But he put together a strong second half of 2023. He posted his 4th straight pass rush grade above 70, keeping his stock high amid the chaos. So Brian Burns is going to be one of these targets here. Again, Brian Burns, Josh Allen. That's where you can get your pass rush help from. Free agent comparison, Frank Clark. These are his grades, 75.6, 80.1, 11.6 pass rush win rate, 56.3 run defensive grade. Now, these are just numbers. We can turn on film and actually see this a little more in detail, but Brian Burns gets it done, man. Brian Burns gets it done out there amid Carolina's chaos, as they said. So don't get it twisted. Brian Burns is a great pass rusher. I think he's a pretty average to above average run defender as well. So you definitely have to not only play the pass, but play the run. So you need somebody on that edge, because Azeez Ojulari's not a good run defender. Kayvon Thibodeau's still learning, so he's not 100% great at it yet. So please, let's look at that too, as well as somebody that's just going to get after the passer. You got to play the run, especially in this division. Iman Perry, what's good, my brother? Appreciate you coming through. Yeah, I ain't paying for Higgins. Me either. I'm out on that. I'm out on it. I was a component of trading for T. Higgins last year, but I can't. Not anymore. Circumstances change, situations change, and so does your mindset change. So that's where I'm at. I think we have a real shot at getting Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah, depending on how things play out in the draft, I think so too. But we got some Marvin Harrison. DJ is the Terminator. What's good with you, man? Appreciate you coming through, man. Please hit that like and subscribe button for your bro. As we gonna turn up here, man, before these afternoon games. Marvin Harrison Jr., please, Lord. Look, I'm a fan of Marvin Harrison Jr. too. Trust me. Trust me. He is my number 1 player on my big board right now. When you're creating a big board for the draft, you're not ranking quarterbacks like some of these guys want to do. They got the top 10 quarterbacks as their top 10 players in the draft. Silly rabbits. But when you're actually building a draft board the way NFL general managers do, you're looking at best player at their position, and Marvin Harrison clearly is that. He's also the best talent, has the most upside potential, and I think he's going to be a dog from day one, regardless of what team he goes to. So obviously, pending health. So that's always going to be an issue. Depends on who our next defensive. Yeah, it does. It does. Right now, I'm on the hype train for Jerome Henderson. I know some people have been saying, what's this guy? Wilson. From, I think, Baltimore. I know he's a candidate. So, but me, I'm promoting from within. I'm giving a job to Jerome Henderson, and I'm giving him the opportunity. And hopefully he can keep some of the pieces together with this staff and some of the continuity, man. And hopefully the Giants won't have too much of a drop-off from maybe they improve, because Jerome Henderson's a good coach, man. Trust me. This will work out for the Giants. The Giants won't – I don't think the Giants will be like one of those defenses that just falls off a cliff. Like, they're not going to be a dumpster fire. As long as you got Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Bobby Okereke, your defense ain't going to be shit. You're going to have a decent – then now it might improve number-wise because we all hope, cross your fingers, expect the offense to improve. So the Giants might actually improve regardless. So that's what happens when you take time to actually think about things. But yeah, I agree with you there. So if it ain't Diggs or Evans, we should look to the draft for that number one wide receiver. Yeah. Mike Evans is an interesting case. I'm going to get to him here in a minute. I think he's in the top 10. I'm just going to do the top 10 for right now. Bookend tackles. What's good? What's good with you, man? What's good, man? Join the Giants conversation, man. We getting into free agency. We're going to do this offseason the right way and talk about free agency before we get into the draft. I know it's a lot of draft talk, a lot of draft hype coming in, but at the end of the day, we got to take care of business in free agency before we get to that point. So let's do that here. Let's look at some of these targets. Me personally, if you guys wasn't with us last week, we kind of went through some moves that we could make to create some cat room because you got all these people saying, we don't have no money. We don't have no money. Well, they don't do what we do over here. You know what I'm saying? So me and Coach went through the situation with the Giants. If you move on from guys like Adoree Jackson, Tyrod Taylor, Roches, who else did we cut? Glowinski, Aaron Robinson, Gary Brightwell. You can restructure guys like Andrew Thomas, also Darren Waller if you want to do that and create more cat room. The Giants should be able to get up where somewhere around $45 to $50 million in cat room with cuts if they want to do so. Right now, I think they're at 31, and they can get up to 50-something. And I showed you how to do that last week. I'm not going to go over that again, but go watch that live. And I'll try to make some cuts of these videos so you can just get more of a condensed version of what I was talking about, man. But so now we're going to look at some free agent targets. Rodney, what's good with you, man? Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you joining in on the show. My brother Rodney, man. Appreciate you. Loved our interception distribute last year. McKinney 3 interceptions. Okereke 2, Pinnock 2, Simmons 2, and everybody else had 1. That's how it should be. Absolutely. Definitely, man. So we got Brian Burns here. Again, I would target Brian Burns. I would also target Josh Allen. Let's see who else we got here. Justin Bouquet. Yeah, this guy from the Ravens. I think he'll be back from the Ravens for sure. But we got to consider that too. We got to consider who's going to play next to Dex. Now, I know the Giants do have what's my man's name? DJ Davison and Jordan Riley. They also got Roches. They also got Ashawn Robinson, but we don't know the scheme, as we've said earlier, so we'll have to see what the scheme is. But definitely guys like this guy from the Ravens, this guy from the Dolphins, Wilkins, definitely targets. Antoine Winfield Jr., this is somebody right here. But I think he's gonna command a hell of a contract, I'm pretty sure. All pro safety. You see his grades, 73, 71. Force and completion rate, 9%. Run defensive grade, outstanding. Yeah. So that's another one to think about. But we gotta worry about McKinney before we can talk about any of these safeties here. I think McKinney may price himself out for the Giants. And I also think the Giants, especially if, well, here's the thing to consider too, Giants fans. Not a lot of people are talking about if Jerome Henderson, and y'all, I'm gonna do a Lou move here, man. Please don't be Ninja Watchers. Please don't be Ninja Watchers. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button for your boy. 12 people in the chat. Let's get them likes up. You know what I'm saying? At least show some respect. Because I already know what it is. I know people ear hustle out here in these YouTube and Twitter streets. So if you're going ear hustle, at least hit the like button. I don't ask you to comment, but please hit the like button. Thank you very much. Let's get into it. So Antoine Winfield Jr., I think McKinney, I think that's going to cloud this situation. And I think it'll probably be back with the Bucks, but one thing I was going to say, one thing to consider, if Jerome Henderson becomes the head coach, not the head coach, my bad, the defensive coordinator, if Jerome Henderson becomes a defensive coordinator, do you guys think that he would kind of, nudge Joe Shane and Brian Dable a little bit to bring back McKinney? And that's a question I'm asking to the fan base, to everybody in the chat, people listening. Do you think that if Jerome Henderson got the defensive coordinator job, he would, I say, campaign to bring back Xavier McKinney? That's something to think about. That's something I haven't heard anybody talk about. Because we know he didn't get along with Wink Martindale. But remember, Jerome Henderson is his position coach, being a defensive backs coach. He's not the cornerback coach. He's the defensive backs, which means corners and safeties. So that's something to think about. That is definitely something to think about right there. While we was talking about Antoine Winfield Jr. Let's get back into the chat here for a minute, man. Appreciate y'all, man, showing the love, man. Iman says, Josh Allen has 17.5 sacks. He's going to want that bag. Yeah, he is. That's the thing. But like I said, we got enough money to pay at least one big-time free agent. We do. We're going to have the money. Trust me. We're going to have it. So if they want to give him a contract, I'm all for it. He too small for New York and what we do. Okay. I like Winfield, but let our guys develop. I'm with that. I'm with that thinking too, Iman. We don't have to do that. If you're going to go after the safe, just bring McKinney back. If you're going to pay somebody, I'm not saying pay Winfield, but he is out there on the market. I'm just highlighting the people that's out there on the market, man. Yeah, man. Salute, man. Salute to you, Ghost. Appreciate, man. And y'all hit that like button, man. Bookends, man. Telling y'all, man. Ghost Dog telling y'all, hit that like button, man. Show some love, man. I do this every Sunday, man. So let's do it. You already know, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, bro. Think they would work out that deal with X-Men. They could. You know what I'm saying? They definitely could, and that is something to think about, though. Because I was just thinking, I'm like, well, damn, Jerome Henderson would come to DC. Yeah, he might want to do that deal. Lou, what's good, bro? I'm not the BBK chat. Okay, I'll send you the direct link, bro. I almost forgot about that. But I got you, brother. All right. There you go. All right. But yeah, so Ghost says if not Dane Belton. Belton ain't a bad alternative. Yeah, Belton is good. I think Dane Belton does have potential. Um, and he would, and I think if Jerome Henderson was here, I think that's somebody that he could coach up. Absolutely. You know, he's been coaching him up. This guy is improving. Cordell Flott has been improving. You know, Banks is getting better. So that's why I'm saying, give me Jerome Henderson. Give me Jerome Henderson, man, and let's keep this thing somewhat together. This booking says Joe isn't gonna overpay either way. Yeah. Joe Shane is a smart GM, but he's going to have to figure out smart ways to add talent. Now, whether it's the way he constructs the contracts is going to be interesting, man. But these guys are going to get paid one way or the other. You know, people mad about the Glowinski contract and other contracts he's given out, Daniel Jones, whatever. But he does give himself outs in these contracts. You know, kind of hedging his bets, so to speak. So smart business. Smart business. Yep. Joe's a smart businessman. If Patterson gets your job, he'll want to bring back Leo. Yeah, I don't think Leonard Williams is coming back. But that would be crazy if he did. That would be crazy. And yeah, Andre Patterson is somebody too I would welcome as a D coordinator. So definitely. But all right, let's get back into it. So we had Winfield, Jalen Johnson, this guy from the Bears, man, he's really good, man. I'm telling y'all, this dude is lights out. I don't know if they let him get away though. Let's see what they say here. Johnson wasn't quite able to have the third-year breakout in 2020. Hope and nagging injuries kept him on the field, yada, yada, yada. Johnson continued to push for a new deal right up to the requesting a trade at the deadline, but now after conversation with other teams, Chicago kept him around. Now with edge defender Montez Sweat extended and the franchise tag freed up, another negotiation looks to be on the horizon. This physical, technical sound, wide cornerback boosts ball protection and lockdown coverage abilities that prevents targets as well as anyone, never allowing a 60% completion rate in any NFL season thus far. Kid's good. You see his grades down here. Yeah. But he's gonna command big money. So maybe again, depending on who you got as a defensive coordinator, maybe they value another top cornerback opposite Tay Banks. You know, maybe that's something they look to do. Jalen Johnson would be a number one target here. Ladarius Sneed, we see what he's doing in the playoffs. He's another guy. Not quite the numbers as my man up here, Johnson, but pretty good. Not too bad. Definitely better than James Bradbury. That's funny they compared him to James Bradbury. But the 2020 version of James Bradbury, though, you see that, right? That's the version the Giants got, not that bum in Philly. Oh, man. Got to take shots. All right. So that's the top 10 right there. So let's get into some individual position groups. There you go, my brother. What up, Lou? What up?
I've been backstage for like 4 minutes, huh?
I can't see because I'm on the other screen.
Clearly.
So I don't know if you ever did a share screen, or of course you have. So you know you can't see the.
I was back there like, why he ain't putting me on?
Yeah, nah, I wasn't playing you, son. I promise you. But yeah, man, talk to me, bro. What's good with you?
Breaking news. Might as well break it right here on Unpopular Opinion Sports.
Shout out, hit that like button.
May 11th, Devin Haney versus Adrian Broner.
Wow. Adrian Broner.
Just goes to show you how much of a duck Devin Haney is.
Adrian Broner. Yeah, he's
I
whack,
have
bro.
no respect for Devin Haney. You're supposed to be fighting Javante Tank Davis. That's who you're supposed to be fighting.
All right, man. Appreciate that update, man. Y'all go sub to G Nation Inside Sports, man. Leather to the face. Another fire episode last night. Was definitely happy to be over there, man. Chopping it
Oh,
up with my brothers.
and Dana White came out and said he thought that Strickland won last night, which is exactly what I said. We all
Yeah,
said on the street.
Strickland won. He won the fight.
Yeah.
Clearly, I don't know what they was looking at, man. But yeah, let's get back into this, man. So we going through some free agents. Let's get spicy here. So
No spiciness. I'm completely against the spiciness.
all right.
Yeah, I don't do
Pause, please.
all
I'm
this
sorry.
all this new age terminology. Yeah, there's no spiciness unless we
All right.
actually talk about something I can eat with a fork and a knife.
Okay. All right. All right. So here we got the top guards.
Sorry, this is your show. I'm
Offensive
sorry.
guards.
I'm sorry.
2024 NFL free agent offensive guards. And let's get into this. So Kevin Dotson, number 1, Los Angeles Rams. 2024 free agent rank number 23. Dotson was traded from the Steelers to the Rams this offseason, which first appeared like an odd fit. Should have been a signal that head coach McVay was reinventing his offense to mark success in 2023. McVay pivoted from a wide zone rushing attack to a heavy gap scheme, and Dotson was a picture-perfect fit. He's always been a strong pass protector, which carried over as well. This is somebody I talked about on Pat's stream about Dotson. His free agency is Larry Warford. So these are his grades. 73.6 pass blocking grade, true pass set, pass blocking grade 67.4, positive run block grade percentage 15%. So Kevin Dotson, let's get a little bit deeper into it. Pause. Got the pause police on the panel. So let me keep things in order here. But 2 penalties, very good. Only 4 sacks allowed. 27 years old, as you see his age here. 6'4", 321.
Oh man, he old. No, you know that's
Yeah,
how
right. Yeah,
they
that's
be on
what Twitter will tell you. You know, but this is his overall player grade, 85.2. So this is what I'm talking about right here. Players that we can get to come in and we know can be competent on the line. Now you bringing in Brasilio
Now,
as the
that
coach.
that was gonna be my question. I was gonna say, let's see how this line does moving forward with the new old line coach before we start talking about paying people to come in here because we seen when we had Eric Flowers, we was having him at tackle and it didn't work. He went somewhere else. They recognized what he was good at and what he sucked at. They slid him in at guard. He did fine after that. So I would like to see if this Brasillo, uh, it's a Bricillo, um, could actually coach these guys up and get a different result out of this group. I would love to see that. That way we can use some of our resources in some other much needed areas. Because as much as I hate to say it, because our O line has been so bad for so long, we have committed a lot of resources to lineman after lineman after lineman, and haven't got the results that we've wanted. But I really believe that's been because of the poor coaching at that position. So I would love to see if Richillo can actually get some good, solid O line play out of these guys, man.
I agree, Lou, but at the same time, you still need starters. Here's
Facts.
why. Pugh, we don't know if he's gonna be
Yeah,
back.
Pew is a good veteran presence to help the young guys catch up. But as far as like playing and being an impact, those days are done.
Yeah. And then you have Glowinski, who they don't even want to play him.
I don't even want him on the roster.
So yeah,
I
and we
said
cut
that
him.
shit when we signed him.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
back and check my videos.
we cut him. So he's, I think the Giants have cut him too, given the way they played him down the stretch or
Like to
lack
cut
of
him for
playing him.
real.
Well, that's but that's this is somebody that they can target here. He is the number one guard, so he may cost a little bit. So let's scroll down here a little bit. Robert Hunt. This is somebody else that I've talked about from the Dolphins. His grades here: 75.1 pass block grade, true pass set blocking grade 67.4, 14.5% positive run block grade percentage. So we want to focus on the run blocking too with some of these guards. And it ain't all about the quarterback. We need people to open up lanes for our running backs as well so we can get the running game going. You seeing in the playoffs with running games how the running games can carry you. Lamar Jackson threw for 152 yards. They rushed for damn near 300. So, man, But I don't know football. Go ahead. Kevin Zeitler, our old friend Zeitler, still getting it in, man. I don't know if
Yeah,
he gets
you
away
know
from
who
Baltimore,
he's over there with?
but
It's Zeitler and Linderbaum.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. They
The
got
guy that I was saying,
an excellent offensive line.
the guy that I was saying to go get last fucking draft. Nobody listens. Nobody listens.
But Zeitler, you got Robert Hunt, top 3 guards right here. Dalton Reisner.
I made a video saying we should have picked him up when he was a free agent this season.
This season, yeah. I remember that. Yep. So Dalton Reisner's another fit here. You see the grades here. But I like Hunt. Because look at that run. That positive run block percentage. And he's also been a good pass protector too, 75.1. So, and he's not, let's see.
He's not gonna command a lot of bread.
He's only 27. Hey, look, 2 penalties, only 1 sack allowed, 547 snaps.
Yeah, until you throw on the blue jersey and the refs make up penalties against you, that'll change. But yeah.
Yeah, we got to be positive about it though. So, this is somebody
that looks like a good guard to take a chance on. He won't command a lot of money.
Yeah, he's not gonna break your pockets. You know what I'm saying?
Productive. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he'll probably hit free agency because Miami Dolphins they got to play a lot of players. They
they do got to pay a lot of people.
You know what I'm saying? So he might get away. He's one that might get away.
Cajuns, huh? Bobby Hunt.
Raging Cajuns.
Ooh, Bobby.
So these are the guards here. Reisner, Cleveland, from Jacksonville.
Wow.
Yep. Another good guard here. Cleveland pass off. So maybe some issues here. A bit upright, his weight distributed, which makes him susceptible to rushes, pushing him off his spot or crossing his face without much resistance.
Not looking good for him. No.
Yeah.
No Cleveland. Me not like Cleveland. I for New York.
Damian Lewis, I think he's okay. I did look into him a little bit. Lewis has made strides over the past few seasons, especially in pass protection after a tough start to his NFL career, holding up fairly well against bigger interior defenders, but struggling at times with the quicker, twitchier interior pass rushes. The former third-round pick was a starter in 2019 National Championship LSU at right guard and has starting experience in NFL at both guard spots, although he appears to have found home on the left side. Lewis is a mauler at 332 pounds, but moves well enough in the Seahawks rushing attack that primarily utilizes zone rushes in addition to a heavy dose of gap concept, which should expand his options in free agency. So, 26 years old, 6'3", 332. These are the numbers, 926. So he's played more snaps than Hunt. Only 4 penalties, 3 sacks allowed. So definitely would be a upgrade from what we got on our roster. For sure. You got John Runyon from the Packers. And Jonah Jackson from Detroit. John Simpson, Baltimore. I'm just rounding out the list. And Graham Glasgow from Detroit. So, Mark Lewinsky. You don't like that comparison. Top free agent comparison. Mark Lewinsky. But those are some of the names here. Yeah. For the guard position, man. So let me get back into the chat, man. What do y'all think about that, man? As far as the guards are concerned, as anybody you're looking at in particular, I say, shit, if you can bring back Zeitler or even a guy like Hunt, Robert Hunt, I would go that route. Damian Lewis wouldn't be a bad, like, plan B. So there's some options at guard. And the reason I'm looking at guard, because I know Iman said, is he a tackle? I'm telling you, man, this Giants team, they're not ready to move on from Evan Neal at tackle. I don't think they are. I think they're going to give him another shot at tackle. So I don't know if they're gonna they are going to bring in a free agent tackle here. Now they might draft a tackle or bring in a swing tackle, but I think Neal's gonna be slated to be the starter in 2024, like it or not. And I think it could work, but you definitely have to strengthen the rest of this offensive line. You got to get better in the interior. Like, our interior was whack, man. It was whack. You know, it was trash. You know, so that's kind of why I'm looking at the guards. And the tackle class isn't great, and I'm gonna show you here in just a second. That's why I want to draft another top O lineman. Yeah. I don't know if they should go round one with a lineman. I think you have to double up here on the line. You got to take somebody in free agency, and I also think you need to draft one in the draft, but I do not think it has to be the first or second round. You could possibly, if you got 2 second-round picks, so if you want to go second round, that's cool. Maybe you could go even wait till like the third round to try to get a guard. You know, there's one a lot of people are targeting, Cooper Beebe. He might be there in the second, possibly third round. We'll see. But that's somebody, you know, you could pick up and definitely get something out of, you know, hopefully, you know, develop. But you still got Izudu and McKeithen and some of these other guys on the roster too. So you have to take that in consideration as well, because the Giants, hey, look, you still got guys on this roster who have potential that need to be developed. You know, we know how bad our O-line coach was. So, you know, like Lou said earlier, you know, you got to give some of these guys on this roster a chance to develop as well. But you still, that being said, you still have to add talent to the roster. You know, you have to do both. You know, you got to multitask. You know, a lot of people don't know how to multitask nowadays. You got to multitask, you know, because Twitter will tell you it's got to be this or that, you know, A or B. There's no C. There's no in between. There's nothing like that. It's A or B, one or the other, you know. But in reality, this Giants team can do both, you know, and I'm showing you how it can work out. So, again, appreciate y'all coming through. Sounds like Evan Neal. Yep. Would like to get, yeah, Zeitler. Why not? Why not bring Zeitler back into the fold as a veteran presence? Still a very good lineman, you know. But I don't know, man. I think the Giants have been so bad. I think there's been some bridges burnt, to be honest with you, with this organization, man. So a lot of players might be turned off, man. You know, pause about coming back here. But we'll see. Mets, what's good? I'm not gonna be on here too long. I just kind of want to get into some of this free agent stuff, but old boy from the Raiders. I think I know who you're talking about. Ghost. Yep. Yeah, Neil's hurt. That's another thing. He's hurt, so it's going to take some time to get ready. So we'll look at the tackle class. I'll pull up the tackle class for you guys here, and then we'll see if it's a better option to go tackle in the draft or tackle in free agency. And I'm going to show you. So if Olu is there, I'm taking him. It's going to be hard to pass up. I ain't going to lie. Getting Cooper in the second round. That's where I would target. I would target second round, maybe third round for the guard. I don't know. I'm kind of where some of these other cats are about going crazy with the O-line in the draft. I mean, we have put some resources into it. So I don't know if I want to go round 1 or round 2, whatever. It depends on how it shakes out. But that's why free agency has to guard from Miami. Yeah, I talked about him. That's Hunt. Yep. Tudo, what's good? What's good, Tudo, man? Appreciate you, fan, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. Definitely salute to you, my bro, Tudo. What's up, man? Tackle and free agency. All right, let's look at this tackle class. Let's get back into it. So where we at? Offensive tackles. These are the tackles here. And we're gonna scroll down, have a conversation about each one of these. Tyron Smith. He ain't getting out of Dallas. And he's a left tackle. You don't move a guy like Tyron Smith. Nah, son. He's had some injury issues too in his career, but look, still good. 81 pass blocking grade, and 79 true pass block set. So, but look. First of all, I don't see him getting out of Dallas. Second of all, gonna be highly expensive. And third of all, he plays left tackle. I need a right tackle. If we're gonna move Evan Neal in the guard, as some people have suggested, we need a right tackle. So, yep. Nice, but maybe not. Trent Brown will be a unique case. Good. Definitely good. Pass block grade, 76.4.
Sorry about that, but I got two little ones running around here.
Nah, you good. You good, man. I'm good, man. Just going through the tackles now. So, because I said I would go for guard in free agency because, I don't think they're going to move on from Evan Neal. And then, another thing is the tackles are going to be way more in free agency. We know that because there's such a deficiency of tackles around the league. You know what I mean? So if you can coach up what you got and just add strength into the interior of your offensive line. Look, you don't need 5 all-stars on the line. You just need competency. You know what I'm saying? And for them to be able to work together, man, and not get beat on schemes like stunts and twists and stuff like that. That's what the Giants. It's not like they're just it's a lot going on, but a lot of it is scheme. So here's another one from the Patriots. Owenu. He has been shuffled around endlessly throughout his rookie contract, but returned to right tackle in Week 7 of 2023, the position he seems most comfortable with, playing as solid pass protector and a strong gap scheme blocker with good footwork to combo block at the line and get to the second level fairly well. He's not the quickest player off the line, given his massive frame, but has the strength to wall off backside pursuit defenders in the run game with a solid base, heavy hands when called upon. This is his grades right here. This is a player that I think the Giants could possibly target. 75 pass blocking grade, 67.7 true pass set, and a 13.3 negative run block grade. Let's take a look at him. What else they got on him? Again, a younger player. Everybody likes youth. 26, 6'3". I'm not pausing. No, you're not going to pause the shit out of my stream. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have a pause.
Call 1-800
a pause.
777-2873.
We're going to have a pause. Pass here for this talk, because it's going to be a lot of heavy hands, things like that, words that could be paused upon,
Misconstrued.
yes. So we're gonna have a pause pass.
Pause free session. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pause free session. Yeah.
You got to pause free
when we
session.
talking about football particularly, yeah, because it's a lot of things in football talk. Sports in general is very pausable. But all right, 850 pass snaps, 4 penalties,
Saquon's gonna
3
be
sacks
here too,
allowed.
though.
So, this is somebody that played pretty well, even though the Patriots stunk. Thought he played pretty well here, so he's somebody that the Giants could look. Numbers don't look bad. Somebody that they could definitely look at there. So, all right, Makai. No, not doing that. Not Makai Becton. Sorry, he can stay with the Jets. I don't even want to read it. Jonah Williams, interesting case here. Jonah Williams with the Bengals. He's meh. Again, do you really want to pay Jonah Williams or Mekhi Becton? This guy with the Patriots is probably the only one I would consider out this group. I'll keep going, though. I think somebody was asking about the cat from the Raiders. This is him. However you pronounce that name, I'll just call him Jermaine.
I haven't moved in there yet, too, though, but I've been working. I've already made the broadcast table and everything.
Tackle
like that,
home last year. Right tackle signed a 1-year, $3 million deal, free agency to return for 2023. Had a strong 2022 with another good year. Positive pressure rates, allowing 5% each season. So yeah, this is somebody right here. We got the Raiders O-line coach, so maybe this is a target. The numbers don't look bad. 72 pass block grade, 74 true pass set block grade, and 12.6 negative run block percentage. So here's a player here. We'll call him Jermaine. Let's see. 29, 6'4", 330. 900.
E-Man said, wait, he's a free agent? Wasn't he supposed to be better than Andrew Thomas?
Oh, who was that? Oh, Jonah Williams. Trent Brown, 370. Wow. All right. Catch up with the comments. Neil into shape. Yep, they gotta get Neil into shape, man. They gotta get something out this guy. Guarding the draft unless it's Olu. He's good inside and out. I think it was Van.
Oh, he was talking about Becton when he said, wait, wasn't he supposed to be better than
Oh,
Andrew
yeah,
Thomas?
Becton. Yeah. Yep.
Now these same guys on Twitter are saying that Shane don't know how to evaluate talent and all this. I'm like, man.
Yeah. They whack as shit, man. Tudo says NYG 22, Saquon should stick with the Giants at least another year since we've got a new O-line coach. It would be great for both parties. I actually did a video on that, Tudo. If you want to go check that out. I think the best solution for the Giants and Saquon is a tag and trade situation. I think I just think it's over here, and I don't think his running style fits with what they're trying to do. I just don't, and they're not gonna want to make him the focal point of the offense. And he's probably gonna want to go somewhere where he is more of the focal point of the offense, and he has room to run, and he can get out and be Saquon Barkley and not be ran up the middle every single play. So Tyree Phillips having surgery too. Good Lord. See what I mean? Already starting off bad. We ain't even got into the offseason yet and get through 3 linemen with surgeries and shit. Like, jeez. You know what I'm saying? God, dog.
Super Bowl ain't even been played yet.
Right. Gosh almighty. He injured already. If he even get on the field. God damn. If you hit the off season, ain't even hit the training yet. The training
But you know
period.
what's good about that though? That means he should be ready to go next year.
He should be. Smith retiring with
Well,
Dallas.
this
Yeah,
year.
I think so. Smith was his second team All Pro. Yeah, I don't think he's going nowhere. That's what I'm saying. But he's listed as a free agent, so those 3 offensive linemen from the Raiders would look good following his O-line coach. Yeah, this guy right here, Jermaine, I mean, he doesn't look too bad. Some good coaching. I think he might be able to do some damage over there at right tackle if they decide they want to do something different with Evan Neal. So Trent Brown 370, yeah. Yeah. They should definitely bring back Zeitler, solid guard, up until they definitely get their shit together, helping DJ Saquon the entire offense going. Yeah, I would bring back Zeitler. I'm for that. There's also a couple other guards they can go out there and get. So they got some options from the guard. The tackle is kind of thin though. That's what I'm showing you guys here. The tackle free agent market is kind of thin. I mean, you got this guy from the Raiders. You got homeboy Mike from New England. Those are 2 that could possibly be available. But after that, I don't know. Draft offensive tackle from Washington State. I dream of him knocking out Cowboys Eagles defensive lineman. Shout out to you, Eric. That would be awesome, yo, to see anybody knocking out these Cowboys and Eagles defensive linemen. Where's the studio you were talking about, boss? That question is for you, Lou.
Yeah, I
Still
answered it
there.
earlier. I said I haven't moved in there yet, but I've been working on it already from here. I done built a new broadcast table. I then got the LED lights that's gonna go. I done did a lot of shit. NYG know I got cameras. I got all I need now is an engineer to run all the equipment I got. Put it like that too, though.
Yep. Got you covered, bro. All right. So this is the tackle class again. Donovan Smith from Kansas City, man. George Fant, Cam Fleming. Okay. So
You know what?
that being
Speaking of
said,
which, so if any of you guys out there know a young, uh, aspiring engineer who's good with editing, cinematography, videography, uh, and engineering in that regard, tell them to hit me up on Twitter, G Nation Inside Sports. Leave me a message or leave me a message here on YouTube, and we can talk.
facts.
Sorry.
Nah, you good. All right. So that's the line right there, as far as like linemen. So you can kind of get an idea of what is out there regarding the inside guard position and the offensive tackle position. So to me personally, like I said, I would target the guards here. We can go back to the guards here. You have um, Dotson. I don't think he gets a rate from the Rams, but Hunt. You definitely have Hunt. You have Zeitler, the veteran. Reisner's another name, and then Damian Lewis from Seattle. Those are the guys that I would target. John Runyon, yeah, those would be my targets, man. To be honest with you, so you still got, like I said, you still got McKeithen, Azudu. Um, yeah, I don't know if they're bringing back any of the other guys like Wyatt Davis and Shane Lemieux. They're probably gone. So Ben Bredesen, I don't know. So all right, let's look at. We looked at edge. All right, I'm gonna go back here to the top free agents. So you have some wide receivers here you can target that's not named T. Higgins. You got Michael Pittman Jr. I just want to look at the wide receivers here real quick because I know they don't have a tab here for it. So we'll just have to scroll down here a little bit. But Michael Pittman right here is somebody I would target too. Is he a number one though? Giants are looking for a number one receiver, you see. So, and if you paying this cat a lot of money, we tried. We already got one from Indy before. Remember, Paris Campbell came over from Indy, didn't quite work out. I don't know. Also, Daniil Hunter, another
I didn't offer nothing, Eric. I said hit me and we can
possible
talk.
target.
That's all I said. I ain't offer
Mike
shit.
Evans. What do you guys think about Mike Evans?
Man,
I know people saying he's older or whatever, but he's still pretty freaking good. Pretty freaking good. Now, I don't like the comparison. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I'm gonna tell you what. I watched him drop 3 passes in the playoff game the other day.
Yeah. Receivers drop passes though, man.
But when it's the playoffs and you the most clutch receiver, you the star of the team, you can't do that. He dropped the touchdown pass too.
They won the game though. So
yeah, but not because of him.
Look, I'm not throwing no shade on Mike Evans.
I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying I don't want no more Kenny Galladays. I don't want no more used up, banged up, overpaid fucking receivers over here. We got Wandale, we got Jalen Hyatt. Coach them motherfuckers up.
You need more.
I know we need more. Go get a rookie. Go get Neighbors. Go get one of these young kids who's gonna bring new life into this team and spark up this locker room. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring me no old diva who's set in his ways. He wants everything set in a certain way in his locker because he got money and he think he demand a certain kind of respect. No, fuck that. Go get me a rookie and make him work and earn every fucking thing he gets in the league. Now, I don't want one of these has-been washed up ass overpaid people who think too highly of their damn self, who ain't hungry no more. I don't want none of that shit.
Yeah, I get it. I get your concerns, but Mike Evans
he might never been a diva ghost dog in that kind of aspect per se, but what I'm saying is he's already rich, he's already established, he's already used to a certain amount of clout because he's been the star receiver at that team for a while. So they come with a certain sense of arrogance and entitlement. I don't want none of that shit. I want a rookie that don't have that sense of entitlement, that is humble, that is going to come in here and bust his ass to earn his spot. You understand what I'm saying?
Got you. that's fair. That's fair to say, but I will also say this: you can't
Not
have
knocking him
a
because he's a hell of a receiver. He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. So let me make that clear because I'm not talking shit about the man, but I just don't want nobody with no sense of entitlement that already feels like they deserve something. No, I want somebody to
I
come in
don't
here.
necessarily think that that's look, man. Two things can be
Can
true
be
here.
yeah, that's true.
So look, we definitely need players on this team with some yeah, that got a little dog in them. We've all been talking about that. Mike Evans is that player. Um, Second of all, I know I get the youth movement, but we also need some veterans in here. Somebody that can look. Shepard, no. These cats, they wasn't cutting it, man. Like, give me somebody for these young. You got Slayton. He's not one of those type of cats. You know what I'm saying? Give me a guy that can come in here and lead these young receivers, man. And then maybe when he retires and moves on in a season or two, now your young guys are ready to step up in his place. Ain't no leadership on this team, especially on the offensive end. So I'm definitely if I'm gonna pay a guy, I need that from him. I need production and I need that guy to come in here and be a leader that I think our young players need. So
Maybe I'm just upset because of the Galladay and the Golden Tate and
yeah,
the previous acquisitions we've made from free
I
agency
get it.
that produced absolutely shit for us. So, I'm tired of that. People, because both of them were receivers who were well accomplished where they were at, and then came over here, you know, feeling like they deserve some type of clout because what they did at the other team. And that's why I be feeling like that's why I said diva. Maybe I used that word wrong, but that's what it puts me in the mindset of. Because I'm like, if you're gonna come over here and be a vet, then be a vet. Don't come over here like, oh, I deserve this, and you young guys need it. No, you need to be a teacher, not an asshole.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and there's something to be said for that too. We don't want a guy that's just coming over here that just wants his money. I get it, but if you can get somebody that is definitely going to the Hall of Fame to come in and for guys like Hyatt, and they're gonna respect that dude as soon as he steps on the field
All facts. You got
instantly.
to.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody. And look,
Yeah, you
I
got
like
to. You got
Slayton,
to
but
give
ain't
him his
nobody
just
giving
due.
Slayton that clout, bro. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
nah, nah. He ain't getting no respect.
Right. Straight cheese, son. Like, yeah. But
You know what I'm saying? What's your catch to drop ratio, son? What's your Don't talk to me.
it ain't even just the drops. It's just he
No, I'm
doesn't
saying,
have that
but
aura.
you
You
could
know what
just
I'm
kill
saying?
him with that. You could
You
just
know what I
kill him with
mean?
that. Like, yo, son, what's your catch to drop ratio? Yeah, don't even talk to me.
Well, he only dropped 2 passes this year, so you said
Who,
Mike
Slayton?
Evans dropped 3 in a game. So yeah,
Then what are we
Slayton.
even talking about here?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Receivers drop passes, bro. You can't just look at the drops. Unless he's Evan Ingram, where it's just like it's like, God damn,
Tipping
he
it up
can't
to the
catch
other
shit.
team. He playing volleyball
Yeah.
out here. Like, what is this thing doing? He's setting up
Now
spikes.
that's an issue, yeah. When you
He's
causing
setting up spikes in
interceptions.
volleyball. Here you go. What's he
When
doing?
you're right. When your receivers are dropping the passes that are causing interceptions, now I have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Straight up, man. Yeah, old boy Odunze. Yeah, he's good too. There's gonna be some options in the draft, but like I said, man, we have to figure out free agency first. So you got Pittman, you got Evans. Let's see if anybody else is on this list.
They're gonna go. They're gonna go quarterback, man. As much as
Marquise Brown, yuck.
huh?
No, Marquise Brown. Not a fan of Marquise
No,
Brown.
me neither.
Bryce Huff is Bryce Huff could be. Look, man,
Didn't he
give
get
me
injured?
Bryce Huff. Give me Brian Burns. Give me Josh Allen. Give me somebody on the edge, bruh.
Pause.
You know what I'm saying? What did I say?
Oh. This is your show.
Pause.
It
Free
still
stream.
didn't sound good. My spirit fights it.
Somebody on the edge? What was plausible about
No,
that?
no, you said give me, and you listed a bunch of men, and then you said on the edge. I was like, oh, pause. That just didn't sound good. That's
Man, you reaching now. DJ Reader, we got some cats out here, man. So, we talked about Brown, Dotson, Calvin Ridley's a free agent. Um, Possible target from the wide receivers. Um, Chase Young, and I didn't like the way he looked last night. And there's your boy Barkley, number 29. 29. So we'll transition now since we're here.
I think we
Stop
can,
sharing.
Ghost Dog. I don't think we need to move up to get a QB, and that's what I've been arguing with a lot of people about lately. Because everybody's like, "Oh, trade up to number one." I'm like, dude, do you know what you have to give to move from 6 to 1? You giving
Marshall.
everything to move up
Yep.
the top 5 spots in the first round, bro. That's a lot you gonna give up to go get who? Because I don't really think these guys is like that. I mean, they decent quarterbacks, but I'm like, yeah, man, they crazy. I'm not giving up next year's first and all this and then the first in 2020. Like, man, no, you
All
crazy.
right, Eric. Appreciate you coming through, man. Showing love, bro. Appreciate that, man. Tudo. Um, Love and respect, mate. We totally agree with you, brother. You have to be careful bringing in vets in a bad team. All vets have already got their skill sets in place, and they don't match with a new team. Yeah, I'm
That's
not
another
saying.
thing we got to factor in. What uh, we don't know what kind of scheme these guys are even intending on implementing. So we don't know who they looking for or what type of
Yeah,
player skill set they looking for because we still don't have no damn identity on this team offensively.
yeah. I think you have to have a good mix of veterans and young talent. Now, depending on what you
Oh,
paying
definitely.
those veterans, I can agree with you there. You don't want to give out some crazy contract, and this is why I'm not worried about
Like
Kenny
Kenny
Galladay.
Galladay got
But I'm not. I'm gonna tell you
72
why
mil for
I'm
one
not.
touchdown.
I'm gonna
This
tell you
mother,
why I'm not worried
the
about Kenny
biggest
Galladay
heist
because
in NFL history.
we have Joe Shane as our general manager. That's why I'm not worried about a Kenny Galladay situation. He makes tends to make moves that where he can get
Well,
out of the contract or he can at
that
least salvage something. You know what I'm
that
saying? He's
Darren
not.
Waller move hasn't seemed to pan out. Just saying.
Well, he's only played half a season, and that was a trade. That wasn't a free agent signing, and we only gave up a third round pick. And
That was a steal of a pick.
everybody in this
That
fan
was.
base agreed that that was
Yeah, we
worth it.
fleeced. That was a fleecing.
Yeah, you
I
see what
agree,
I'm saying?
but I
So I'm
mean,
not
I'm just saying
knocking him for that.
it didn't pan out the way
Yeah,
we wanted it
everything
to,
ain't gonna pan out. That's just the nature of the beast.
and we
Everything
just
ain't
not
gonna pan
coming
out.
out of the hole cap wise. So I don't
You know
think
what I'm
it's good
saying?
to
But
trade up 5 spots to go get. You know what I'm saying? When we just coming out the hole.
but check it. Check what he did though. If you peep game though, what he got, um, what he gave up for Darren Waller, he flipped that and got a second round pick for Leonard Williams. Hmm. So you know, yeah, maybe Darren Waller was a mistake. I'm still not out on Darren Waller, but if it was, he still was able to make up for that by getting a second, which we now have for Leonard Williams. And that is a high second because the Seahawks did miss the playoffs. So that was a good move. Yeah, I cannot stand this trading ups talk. It's nauseating to me. It makes absolutely no sense on so many levels. I can't even begin to start to discuss how I'm disgusted with these trade up talks. Is like we don't have that type of team. We're not the 49ers where we can trade up and miss on a quarterback. You have a pick at 6. I could see if you were picking 15, 13 or something, you just like, dang, We're just so out of range for a quarterback. We're so out of range for a talented player that, hey, maybe we want to use some assets and trade up because we're a quarterback away. Nobody in this fan base should be thinking the Giants are a quarterback away. It's too much hype. That's what it is, Ghost Dog. This QB hype, man, is disgusting. It is disgusting, man. Because it's as if these dudes look at whatever quarterback they're looking at and saying, hey, look, if we get this guy, we're going to the Super Bowl. They're not saying that word for word, but that's how they're looking at it because they're ignoring every other factor out there. Every other factor is being ignored. And the more I say things that I say, I get labeled a Daniel Jones lover. I get labeled that I hate the quarterback. I get called stupid. Don't know
Mind
what
you,
I'm
this
talking
was the
about.
guy who wanted to get rid of Daniel Jones 2 years ago, but all of a sudden now he's a Daniel Jones lover. The shit people say makes no
Right.
sense.
How am I a Daniel Jones lover? I'm a fan of the Giants. I'm not a fan of Daniel Jones. I'm a fan of the Giants. So to me, the Giants was ever in the best interest for the Giants, and the way I analyze things and the way I come through as a content creator, this is the strategy I'm giving people. You can take it for what you want to take it for, man, but don't sit up here and tell me that I'm a lover or I'm defending a certain player when there's nothing in my content that I'm putting out here. If I was a Daniel Jones lover, I would be making videos about Daniel Jones every fucking day. I would be on his live streams talking about him all the fucking time. I came on here and gave you guys a extravagant list and free agent strategy. If you go on Twitter right now, in spaces, those guys will be talking about Daniel Jones. That's how obsessed they are. So you see the difference? So now when we do start talking about the quarterback, it's, to me, another position that needs to be addressed on this team. I agree. But you're not selling your soul for a quarterback. You have to do this in reason. And that's why people don't want to hear that. They're like, no, you got to get the guy no matter what. Sell your shoes, your socks, all your furniture. Do whatever you need to do. Go get the quarterback. No, we don't do that here. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. It ain't nothing about Daniel Jones. Those people are worried about Daniel Jones. I know Daniel Jones is going to be on the roster. So I'm not worried about it. That's why I don't talk about him. It's a moot point. You can kick and throw shit at the wall all day you want to. The guy's going to be on the roster. So we need to talk about how we're going to build out a freaking team instead of worrying about this damn quarterback. And the playoffs, again, is proving the point of you don't need this spectacular quarterback. The 49ers didn't win that game because of Brock Purdy. They damn near lost it because of Purdy. But people will go out there and tell you on ESPN he won the game. He was the hero. They talking about Jordan Love and C.J. Stroud. They lost. Why did they lose? Because they need more talent on their teams to compete. Is it their fault? No. But when you come back to the Giants, everything is Daniel Jones' fault. That's the difference in what we say here on Unpopular Opinion Sports with the Big Blue Crew and what people say in the media and on Twitter. That is the difference. They can make excuses for the quarterbacks they like, but won't give that same logic and apply that same logic to the quarterback of the New York Football Giants, a team they're supposed to be a fan of. But I digress. Tudo says Lou never bring a vet wide receiver to a different team unless they have a history with an OC in the past and the day and have some familiarity, boss. So that being said, what about Stephon Diggs? He's familiar with Brian Dable. Would you bring him in to be a number one wide receiver? Just asking Tudo that question. Back gonna pan out, move from system to system. You're digging a deeper hole financially, and most of the time it don't work. We need several more picks. One QB is not gonna fix this overnight. Right. Mac says Brian Burns will be expensive. Yes, but if I'm spending that money, I'm spending that money on edge. And they're going to pay somebody. Somebody's going to be expensive. Whether it's Brian Burns, Josh Allen, Daniil Hunter, or if you're going wide receiver, T. Higgins, the guy Pittman, or if you're going O-line, you're going to pay somebody. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's going to get the bag. So I wouldn't be too worried about the money per se unless we already had it tied up to a person on that position already. Like you're not going to pay another defensive tackle what you're giving Dexter Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that. You're not going to pay another tight end what you're giving Darren Waller. That's where it doesn't make sense. But at edge, we're not paying anybody. We got Kayvon Thibodeau on a rookie contract. So you can pay an edge guy. On the O-line, we're not paying anybody except Andrew Thomas. So you can give out another mid to average contract there. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Wide receiver, we're not paying anybody really. So that's kind of where I'm at, I think we can win the Super Bowl if we build a team. He doesn't do anything like Stat Prescott. Yeah, I think so. I think Daniel Jones is a underrated, overhated quarterback. I don't think he's really as bad as people make him out to be. Yeah, this year was rough. It was rough, but not to defend Daniel Jones because he didn't have a great start to the year, but it was just that. It was a start. Like, the guy didn't get to finish out the year. We don't know what he would have, when the O-line started playing better and the defense started playing better, we don't know what kind of stats he would have put up. We don't know what he would have looked like going in towards the back end of the season. So that's, you still got to be fair. I'm not saying I want Daniel Jones to be here and to be the starter and forever and all this and all that. I'm just saying, like, to be fair with the whole thing, the guy really didn't get a full season of an evaluation because he got hurt. And that's part of the reason why I do agree with moving on from Daniel Jones. But it won't be this year. It just won't be. I'm piss and moan about it all you want to. He's not going anywhere. Ain't nobody fan. We follow the team. Right, Tudo, man. Just the best. That's what we want, man. We just want what's best for the team. Gotta be fans of these players, man. That's this new age era, man. They're more fans of players than of teams, especially in basketball, man. You get that a lot of basketball. You got LeBron fans and KD fans. Like, nah, bro. People grew up Nets fans, Knicks fans, Bulls fans, Lakers fans, Celtics fans. We didn't grow up fans as particular players. It's a team game. Mott Purdy, yeah. That's a good one. Mott Purdy. Yep. I said he was cheeks too, Iman, but all I got back was a bunch of smoke. And that smoke is gone in the air now, cause nobody's smoking nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? Because he's proven the point of him being a 7th round pick. He was one pick away from. Let me tell y'all something. Brock Purdy was one pick away from being Tommy DeVito. And you want to know how I can make that comparison? Because he was the last pick of the draft. If somebody else gets picked in that spot, he's one pick from being an undrafted free agent. That's who Brock Purdy is. What makes him decent is that freaking system that San Francisco runs and those weapons and that offensive line that they got. And they probably have the best running back and probably a top 5 receiver on that squad and a top 3 left tackle on the roster as well. Trent Williams, Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel. 2 of the 3 play, they usually win. If 2 of the 3 are out, they're going to struggle. Deebo went out. Christian McCaffrey and Trent Williams played. They won the game. That's the 49ers right there. I'm giving y'all the goods here, man. Pause. But I don't want Diggs. Bring back OBJ. Yeah, that ain't happening. Josh Allen gonna be more expensive. He might be more. I think he is gonna be more expensive than Brian Burns. Carolina might let Brian Burns get out of there. They're not competent right now. I don't know what they doing. For real. They might let him get away. Max said, "You won't know a while is a bust until we get a consistent and competent play at the QB position." Yeah, he's got to stay on the field too. Definitely got to stay on the field too, and they need to call the plays better. Like, yeah, the play call. Give me some more seam routes, some more drag routes for Waller. Like, let's get these guys open. Let's get them in space. Utilize their talents. But I agree with you. You know, we need more consistent play at the quarterback position. NYG 22, a.k.a. Unpopular Opinion Sports. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I'm not selling an entire draft worth of picks to move up to get this quarterback. And I'm also not saying that if they don't go quarterback, I'm going to abandon the team or stop watching the Giants. So I'm going to make a video on the quarterback, but I'll give you guys a little preview to where I'm going with this whole situation. You got Daniel Jones under contract. Tommy DeVito, I think if he's not on the practice squad, it's because somebody else picks him up and decides that they think he's more of a backup than a third-string quarterback. But I think the Giants could see Tommy DeVito land on the practice squad and be back with the team as, you know, that third or fourth option. In this draft, you have a couple quarterbacks that I would be a fan of drafting. Jaden Daniels is one. You have Michael Penix Jr. is another. And then really those two, I'm not a real big fan of Bo Nix like some others are. If he's in the second round, I would entertain it. J.J. McCarthy's interesting. There's rumors floating around. The Giants like J.J. McCarthy. People saying draft him at 6. I don't think I'm doing that. You know, so that's not me. So in reality, the quarterbacks that I'm looking at outside of Jaden Daniels, I think can be had in the middle to back end of the first round, possibly the second round. And that's why I don't know if the Giants go quarterback, which they're probably going to target a quarterback. I just don't know if they're going to get the one that they want. And that's why people are panicking, saying, you got to trade up. You got to give everything up for this quarterback. And that's where the smoke is coming from. Because I'm not saying don't draft a quarterback. I'm saying don't sell your house, your car, and all your kids for a quarterback. That's all I'm saying. You know, if Brian Dable's this QB whisperer or this magician with quarterbacks, then he should be able to work with a J.J. McCarthy or Bo Nix or Michael Penix Jr. or Jaden Daniels. He should be able to work with these quarterbacks. Why do you need the most hyped up quarterback in the media if you got somebody who you trust to develop your quarterback? That's where they double talk. You see, I'm very logical with what I'm saying. Why do you need that type of quarterback if your coach, you think, can coach up quarterbacks? Why can't he turn J.J. McCarthy into a better version of Kirk Cousins or something like that? I don't know. Why can't J.J. McCarthy be a better version of Brock Purdy? Since everybody loves him so much, why do you need the number one guy? Why do you need to sell everything and deplete your team? And you got dummies out here talking about trade this player, trade that player, get rid of Waller, get rid of Barkley, get rid of Slayton. Well, who the hell is the damn quarterback throwing to? I'll wait. If you trading everybody up, if you giving all these draft picks up, you are literally doing exactly what the Carolina Panthers did. Exactly to the T. They got rid of Christian McCaffrey, a.k.a. which would be Saquon Barkley. You get rid of your top target, DJ Moore, and people want Darren Waller out of here. And then you expect this kid to come in here and throw as Darius Slayton again, who people hate, as his number one receiver.
Okay. Sorry. The New York Panthers. Yeah, that's exactly what we
see what I'm saying?
Do all that trading up.
It don't make no sense. That's why I hope this debate goes down with Mr. Adam Costas here, because he's going to get cooked.
Yo, NYG, give me an Eli over Breeze, Rodgers, or Wilson any day. Facts, Ghost Dog. You just forgot George Kittle.
Yeah, right. Kittle, yeah. You got so many riches over there, it's ridiculous. But people want to strip this team bone bare to go get a quarterback. Tell me your plan.
Shit. That ain't going to win you shit without an offensive line.
See
that
what
ain't
I'm
going to
saying?
win you shit without somebody to catch the ball and run the routes. That ain't going to win you shit without a defense to stop the opposing team from scoring and tying it up or taking the lead. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it makes no sense. It's like, I hate to say this. I don't want to sound like an ageist. But it's like the younger generation didn't take time to learn the game. They just want to complain about the visual effects or the visual aspect of it, but they don't understand the game or the business behind it. So they just complain about what they see visually, but they don't know the intricacies and the inner workings of running the organization. Building a team, trade value, salary cap, free agency, draft, building a team through the draft, building a culture, having consistent coaching, consistent O-line play. They don't understand those concepts.
They want a
it ain't even just the younger generation, because there's people my age that don't understand.
Oh yeah, it ain't about young or old here with this Giants fan base, man. It's just, you just got one side or the other. You got people that hate a player, and that's where it's coming from. This isn't coming from love from the Giants. This split in this fan base, this civil war, if you want to call it, from this fan base, is coming out of hate. hate for one player, and his name is Daniel Jones, and that's where this whole thing is coming from. It's coming out of hate. So as long as Daniel Jones is on this team, you're gonna have this back and forth. Because even when they draft a quarterback and he has to sit behind Daniel Jones, which is the smart move, Green Bay showed you that. If you're smart about it, but you guys aren't smart, clearly. Not you in the chat. I love y'all, but I'm talking about these Twitter idiots. You guys aren't smart, apparently, because you want to draft a quarterback and then sit the quarterback that you paying to play, paying $40-something million. You want to sit him so your rookie can go in there and flop because he doesn't have a line or he doesn't have the receivers and he's taking hits and he's going to get PTSD like Daniel Jones got. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Or worse. Yeah. Rinse and repeat. So when we come up here and say, hey, look, let's get this quarterback in here, which I am a fan of. Again, if you speak English, I'm telling you, I'm not against taking a quarterback.
Me neither.
You know what I'm saying? But apparently we're talking something else that they can't understand, Lou. Because no matter how many times I come on this podcast and say this.
Okay, I'm gonna give him the, if you don't understand it after I explain it, then the problem is not on us. Okay? Here we go. I'm about to explain it as you have your whole life savings in the account. You have this house that you want, right? But to get this house, you have to spend every last cent you have. This house doesn't come with a fridge, a stove, furniture. Because most of the times when you buy a house, you have to get your own appliances. Now, if you're renting, that's different. But when you buy, it's different. So you spend everything you have to get the house, but you have no furniture, no fridge, no stove, no food to put in the fridge, no nothing. Now, does it make sense to go get this house and give your last for it when you can't pay to put electricity in it, pay for running water, pay to have a fridge, a stove, put food in said fridge? Does that make sense to go broke to get something that you can't maintain? Or does it make more sense to continue building slowly and then go get everything you need? So when you make that move, you're already set. And now you're set up for success for years to come. Which one makes more sense?
Right. Exactly, bro. You couldn't have said it no better. You know, it just, look, man, Iman, Jordan Love looked bad 2 years ago against the Chiefs. Everybody thought he was a bust. Look at him now. They thought Jared Goff was a bust. They thought Baker Mayfield was a bust. But situations matter. Quarterback development matters. Experience matters. We don't want to talk about that, though. We want a 20-something-year-old rookie to come in here and save this franchise with no help, with no plan. I'm giving you the blueprint here. I'm giving you the plan. These other content creators ain't giving you shit. They just shouting, go take a quarterback. Go take a quarterback. And do what, sir?
Get him sacked to all damnation. So he's scared of his shadow and he starts throwing the ball at the lineman's feet.
Right. Take a quarterback and do what?
And I said this last year when they were screaming, get rid of Daniel Jones and draft for QB. I'm like, dude, you can bring Tom Brady in this motherfucker. If this line don't block, he's useless. We proved that in 2 Super Bowls against Tom Brady. If you can't stop OC, Tuck, Human Yora, JPP, you know what I'm saying? Like,
don't make a difference who you got back there.
Right. So, and my point is, build the team. This is why San Francisco has been consistently in the playoffs, because no matter whether they had Alex Smith, Brock Purdy, what was the other guy they had in there before Purdy? Garoppolo.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter because they already had a team
Kaepernick.
built for success. They already had a team built for success. They had a defense. They had an offensive scheme. They had their playmakers. They were just missing a quarterback. Brock Purdy steps in. They go all the way to the damn playoffs with a Brock Purdy. Why is that shocking? Because the team was already good.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go get a Dan Marino and never put a team around him and have a great quarterback but never win nothing. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's do that. No, it makes no fucking sense.
Yep. A lot of these quarterbacks, they go to the wrong situation, and they fail. And then sometimes when they get out of that situation and go to a better situation, they can have more success because they have better structure around them. I just gave you examples. I give you another one, Geno Smith. We talked about Baker. You talked about Goff. Tannehill had some success over there in Tennessee when he got out of Miami.
This game about to start.
Yeah, I know. But I was trying to take him up to the start of the game anyway. That was the plan here.
Go ahead. I was just saying because I forgot.
I know Pat is
set 3.
Pat got the stream set up already.
I have no idea. I was just saying I forgot it was at 3, not 4:30.
Yeah. I remember it.
Peacock or whatever. Right?
Yeah. But okay, yeah, he's got it set up for 3. So okay, so we're gonna end it here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I'm giving you guys the blueprint. I'm gonna make a little more videos in detail about what we're trying to do here as far as how to build this team the proper way. We already talked about the cuts. We talked about players we could re-sign, possibly trade. I gave you some free agent options. Next week, we'll probably hit you with a mock draft and we'll get a little more into the draft talk. I'm going to try to do some film breakdowns too as well. Hopefully, I can have Coach and Pat with me. If not, I got a little something planned for myself.
Here's an unpopular opinion on your show. Bucks are gonna lose. Baker Mayfield is gonna look just like the same old Baker Mayfield tonight. Watch.
Yes, sir. I'm with you. I got the Bucks losing, and I have the Chiefs losing. Believe it or not, I think the Bills get over the hump today.
Bro,
I think Buffalo gets it done.
Bills beat Mahomes and the Chiefs, and then the Ravens beat them and make it look easy, effortless.
Oh yeah,
It's
Ravens
going
going
to
to
the
the Super Bowl.
Ravens and the Lions in the Super Bowl.
I got Ravens 49ers, but I could see either way. I could see the Lions upsetting the 49ers, possibly. Wouldn't surprise me. But yeah. All right, y'all, man. We're going to get up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all, each and every one of y'all for coming through. Big Blue Crew. You already know what it is. Unpopular Opinion Sports. We're going to get out of here, man. Until next time, y'all, you know what it is, man.
The
Deuces.
best sports crew on YouTube.
When you hit ons, know it's game time. And you know me and my bros on the same time. No breaks, green light. No breaks, I got the green light. When you hit ons, know it's game time. And you know me and my bros on the same time. No breaks, green light. No breaks, I got the green. We gon' tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, yeah. We ain't going out, we ain't going into town, no. Money ain't the mission.